Thank you very much for your attendance tonight. So we're going to share something very exciting. And we only did this, I think once or twice. I think this is the third time we're in Kuching. So, but it's already covered in other places around the world. And I believe that all of you must come in and have a look on this. So what we're going to share tonight is not just another cryptocurrency, another token, etc., but something more beyond that. Okay. Right. So, okay. Before we start off, we'll talk a little bit about introduction of digital currencies. As we all know, we heard of Bitcoin, Ethereum, etc. Yes or no? Anyone here? Yes. Anyone here doesn't know about Bitcoin? No, right? We all heard about Bitcoin, we all heard about Ethereum, etc. But until today, although it's been there for 10 years, do you believe that Bitcoins have been there for 10 years, but there's still a lot of people doesn't know and don't understand what is Bitcoin. They may have heard about it, but don't really know or understand it. So what we can see today in Bitcoin, in the history of cryptocurrency, now since the creation of Bitcoin, we have different types of money now in the market. In the early days, we have gold, right? Gold is the first tool that are used in humans to do exactly a tool that are reflecting value for doing trading, correct or not? Before they are starting trade, you use gold. Now, why gold? Because gold is limited. Agree? Because gold are limited, hence they are value. But carrying gold is not that very convenient. Yes or no? Yes, it's not very convenient. So that's why the government steps in and says, why not you place gold with me and they issue what? Hello? Huh? After gold, the government issue what? Paper money, not the paper money used for burning one. Understand what I mean? Okay, so the government comes up with paper money. During that time, they collect money, alright? Or currency, okay? Now, during that time, that piece of paper, there's a value. Why? Because behind that is backed up by gold. Which means that you take a piece of paper, you know, I take this piece of paper, there's value, it's endorsed by government. Government said, there are gold guarantee behind it. But not so, for quite some time later, in about 1971, President Nixon had unpacked gold with currency, with US dollar. Right? So since that day, since the unpack of currency with gold, money become fiat currency. So let me ask you, fiat currency until today, the ringgit that we use is called fiat currency. Where does the value come from? How do you know, let's say you take one piece of $100, 100 ringgit. How do you know this worth 100 ringgit? Because government tell you it's 100 ringgit, right? So if the government come up a new note, 1,000 or 2,000 dollar ringgit, is a piece of paper is 2,000 ringgit, right? So who assure you the value? Who assure you the value? The governments, right? So this piece of paper are assured by governments, and government tell you it's how much is how much, right? But do you trust the government? Don't dare to say everyone here. Okay? So this happens because of this. In 2000, because all the while all this was kept by the banks and controlled by the banks, and they have been playing in this field. In 2008, something happened. It's called subprime crisis, isn't it? So during that time, a big bubble burst. The banks, a lot of people have lost trust within banks because banks have been giving what? Bad loans, right? So it bursts out, people lose trust in banks and also the governments. Why? Because during that time, the governments know this issue. There will be a huge bubble going to burst. They have been covering all these symptoms. Okay? In the end, it bursts out. US government cannot do anything about that. So people start to lose faith with governments and also banks. So that's when Bitcoin, that's when the birth of Bitcoin happens. Because people think that instead of trusting the governments, why not we decentralize it and let people determine the value. Okay? So Bitcoin came out and with a concept is a decentralized version of using blockchain, and people will determine the value. Okay, when they will limit the what they call the limit the supply, and then when demand increase, the value will increase. So we can see over the years there's a few types of currency occur. The first one is gold, and then it goes in to fiat currency, right? So coming on is digital currency. So even today, all these three still exist. Yes or no? Okay. So today we have three types of currency: gold, or some people call it God's money. Okay. Second is our fiat money, our currency, which is the government's money. Correct? Okay. That's the government's money. Third, digital currency is categorized as people's money. Why? It's the people's determine the value. Okay. It's not like the government. But during that time, in the early days, okay, in the early days, what we call the government, I mean, on the start of cryptocurrency, now, what they call, everyone was so excited about Bitcoin that because you can now start off with your own currency and without anything. So people want to use the same concept of what happened in Bitcoin and create their own tokens. So there's a lot of creation of tokens. Now people have seen that, a lot of people have seen the success of blockchain technology, how it can change the world because it can eliminate middlemen. Okay, because digital currency through blockchain, you can transfer value through internet. You do not have to go through a third party. So a lot of see that there's a value in there. The technology is very good. So there's a hype on it. This is the future. So everyone starts to jump into this field. So in the early days, after Bitcoin started off, a lot of other tokens also happens, and promising people that this is the future, the second generation Bitcoin, the third generation Bitcoin, etc., hoping to have the same success as Bitcoin, because Bitcoin started with few cents, okay, and went up to the highest part is closing 20,000 USD. Alright, so in the end, it didn't happen. In about 2018, last year, after the high peak, the bubble burst. Why? Because during that time, a lot of people come up with the project, but they cannot deliver what is planned. Okay, so it's the same thing as the dot-com bubble, exactly the same. So every time when there's a new technology, a disruptive technology came out, there will always have a phase where there's a huge hype. It goes up and then bursts because a lot of people still do not understand it. Huge hype, hoping that to take on this trend, but in the end, it consolidates. It bursts off and it consolidates. Now, what we need to see now is not the pre-bubble, but the post-bubble. It is very important. If you can get it right in the post-bubble, you will make money. Agree or not? Hello? Okay? Example, during the dot-com bubble, even like Google, Amazon went up very high during the bubble period, but then burst. Okay, $100 went now to $10. But today, how much is the share of Amazon? Okay, for those who those who realize Amazon is the future, is a legit company, they have the technology and it will strive. During those times after the post bubble, if they get hold of Amazon shares, they will change their life today. Okay, so it's the same thing happens today. We are in the post bubble. Now, will blockchain die off? Okay, no, because industrial people's banks, sectors, etc., already come in and playing in this field. So we see blockchain, this technology will be here, but which token or which cryptocurrency or who will get or make use of this or leverage and capitalize on this technology? Okay, it's very important. Now, please move to the slide. Okay. Now, what we need to see another thing is, besides on the post bubble, not only that we need to look into cryptocurrency, the token itself, but one thing we need to look into is the technology itself. Okay. Now, supporting all this cryptocurrency to make it happen, okay, and make it real and bring it into a mass adoption is the technology supporting it. Okay, so not only on the holding the token itself, but the usage, what technologies can make it go bigger. Okay, is something that we need to look into today. Now we can see after the post era of cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, USDT, Ethereum, Ripple, Litecoin, all these top volumes cryptocurrencies are still there. Although we have 2,000 over cryptocurrencies in CoinMarketCap which is listed, but these huge volume cryptocurrencies are still there. Why? Because every cryptocurrency in here, okay, as shown in the chart here, they have different usage. And that's why there are still volumes. Okay? Bitcoin, of course, utility side and so on is not as exciting, okay, because it's 10-year-old technology, but because when it started, a lot of people hold it. Okay, that's why they still have a demand. So we don't see Bitcoin will be the next digital currency, but we can see that it is a digital gold as today. Because on utilization part of the technology itself is still slow. But what we can see on, let's say, USDT is the first digital asset which is backed up by USD. So it's a digital version of USD. Okay, because it started off earlier, so a lot of people hold USDT. So there's still a volume. Ethereum serves as what? It don't serve as just a currency. It serves as a platform to allow people to create tokens. So you don't know how to create blockchain technology, you don't know how to create token, you come to a platform, create a token. Not only for usage, it can be on other sector usage. Right? That's why it survived and a lot of usage. Ripple aims to what? To become cryptocurrency tokens which can solve foreign remittance problem. Okay, so a lot of banks work together with Ripple. Now, on this year, early of the year, another similar usage, something like Ripple, is called Stellar. Okay, so IBM had used Stellar technology to create their own platforms, payment networks platforms. Okay, so what we can see, other industries are adopting, not adopting, are using all these tokens, their technology, to serve for their blockchain network. Okay, Litecoin, EOS, etc. So what we can see today, this cryptocurrencies is going to be there. Okay, imagine today, this is what 10 years only. In another 10 years, what will happen? Okay, what will happen in blockchain industry? It will be very different. Just like what? You see, 20 years ago, when internet just started, anyone still recall jarring? Anyone still remember jarring? Okay, jarring is the first internet provider in Malaysia, right? But during that time, how do you log in online? Not like now, you use Wi-Fi connect, right? During that time, you still do one action, it's called dial-up. Anyone here still remember this? You have to dial up and then wait for the connection, only then you can get connected. Now, during that time, very hard to get connection, not only that, loading a picture takes very long. No one will know what will happen in the internet. But after 20 years later today, you can basically do a lot of things through internet. So it's the same thing with blockchain technology today. Okay? Now we may see there's a lot of usage, etc. But in another 10 years, this thing will be different because this technology is going to be staying there. Right? So we're going to see a few things. You can see cryptocurrencies are going to stay here in the Forbes and Business Times, CNBC. Okay? There's a lot of news saying that they're going to use Bitcoins, they're going to use accepting cryptocurrency. In Austria, the largest telecommunication company, A1, is accepting crypto as payment. Is happening. Okay? Even Facebook launched their own cryptocurrency called Libra, right? Although Facebook Libra has a different conception with Bitcoin. Because one wants to be centralized, Bitcoin wants to be decentralized. But because Facebook today has a lot of users, okay? So they will, once everyone who uses Facebook adopt and use Libra, they will be the biggest bank already. They will be bigger than the US company. Okay? So what we can see, all is happening. Alright? So not only today, how we're going to play the role is not only on holding cryptocurrency. Okay? We have another thing that we can leverage and capitalize on. This part is on the technology behind it, supporting all this cryptocurrency. Understand what I mean? I'm going to give an example. Let's say Apple, okay, iPhone, is it good? Yes, no? Yes, it's very popular. So should you go and buy Apple's share? Yes. But another thing, now Apple has increased so much already, right? The price. So how much growth will there be? Don't know. But what if you go and buy the company shares, which supply the touch screen to Apple? Will there be bigger growth? Yes or no? You see that? So it's not like just holding cryptocurrency only. Okay, you can also support the what? Buy the technology that's supporting, because they have no confliction, because they can supply to Apple. Can they supply to Samsung? Can they supply to LG? Do they have much more bigger growth? You see that? So you see, on supplying and supporting this technology has a bigger market than just holding cryptocurrency alone. Okay, because they can go along with other cryptocurrency without competing with them. Understand? Alright. So imagine the future in the 10 years later. Okay? Coming on 10 years, what will happen? Okay? What will happen? So today what we want to introduce you is not another cryptocurrency, but what we want to see is how you can leverage today through digital platforms and leverage and capitalize on all this blockchain technology. Okay? Because with this disruptive technology, blockchain itself, it opens up another door for other players to come in. Okay? Banks are facing problems today because their technology cannot adapt with the speed today. Because technology is changing every day, they cannot adapt with it. Hence, a lot of other financial sector, fintech, financial technology are now slowly taking over. Just like who? Alipay, okay, or WeChat. Are they from banking sector? No. Okay, WeChat are from what? A social media, okay, a chatting platform. Alipay is from what? Just a normal store platform. But now Alipay is the world's largest alum. Do you know that? Because they have a lot of money, they lend a lot of money to those merchants, okay, and legally. So what we can see today, technology is changing, okay? It's giving out chances for other people. Now today, if we want to adapt and utilize, leverage on this technology, we have a platform that you can leverage on. This is called Exxa, okay? Exxa is a digital asset wallet, but it creates a platform to allow you to leverage and capitalize on their technology. Not just a normal wallet, but can participate and leverage on the blockchain technology itself, right? So I'm going to show you a very short video and introduction about Exxa.
What does wealth look like? How does one grow wealth in this present day? With blockchain technology coming of age, wealth created through game-changing cryptocurrencies has seen many successes. Achieving financial freedom and independence is not a luxury that can only be dreamt of. Enter Exxa, your gateway to grow your digital wealth. We're a dedicated collective of enthusiasts and technologists who aim to provide accessibility for everyone to leverage the potential of the world of crypto. Powered by Blockchain 4.0 technology, it's a fully decentralized network that enables secure and instantaneous transactions for real-world use cases. The digital platform at Exxa will enable you to seamlessly store, trade, manage, and spend your digital currencies with ease. The platform supports Exxa tokens and major cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, EOS, Litecoin, Ripple, and Tether USDT. The Exxa network integrates an AI algorithmic trading bot, Devo Plus. Devo Plus trades cryptocurrencies on your behalf, using market indicators and complex trading algorithms to provide you with a fuss-free way to create your digital wealth. Within the platform, deep dive into everything that you need to know about crypto with Exxa Digital Academy. Whether you're an individual, trader, or investor, you're certain to gain an edge in our increasingly digital world. Your membership with Exxa will be luxurious. With Exxa Travel, our travel and lifestyle module, you'll have exclusive access to competitive savings to a wide range of select destinations. Let Devo Plus grow your digital wealth and achieve your dreams of wanderlust. As we continue to build our community of like-minded cryptocurrency users, you can be sure to reap greater real-life benefits as more modules are being developed. The Exxa digital wealth lifestyle is a reality and is made for everyone. Create your digital wealth today with Exxa Network.
Okay, so this is a very short introduction of Exxa. So in this platform, what we can see is you can have both, which means you can hold Apple shares and also the technology behind Apple flying the screen, etc. You get what I mean? So you can hold at the same time on Ethereum and other cryptocurrency. You see that there has potential, but also at the same time have the potential to leverage and capitalize on the technology behind all this, supporting all these things. Okay. So the purpose of Exxa, alright. In simple terms, Exxa lets you store, you can earn, and you get rewards. Okay? And also you can spend the rewards that you receive. Okay? So you can earn, store, earn, and spend. Okay? Leveraging the power of artificial intelligence. Okay? So let us co-create the future. So this is the whole ecosystem of Exxa. Okay, this is the whole ecosystem for Exxa's platform. So they have a mobile wallets, they have a crypto exchange, they have trading bots, they have swap functions, they have the academy, they have the payment terminals. That means you can also utilize your tokens in payment terminal. The P2P exchange, where you can easily change it into fiat currency or cryptocurrency. They have a digital lifestyles, you can spend on digital lifestyles and also travel networks. Okay, this is the whole ecosystem. I'm going to talk one by one later, okay? But another good thing about it is the whole platforms is legal. Why? Because we have an asset management license. Okay? So you want to go involved in something legal or illegal?
Legal.
Huh? Legal or illegal?
Legal.
Which means this one legal, the back one illegal then. Okay, so it will be legal. So under Morgan Cap, this license, we can set up funds, do fund management, buy such securities, do crypto OTC investment advisory. So the standards is like what? Just like public mutual, unit trust, understand? Okay, you can go there, just buy, okay? And we have prospectors, and you can get reports, you can what you want to declare, also can, okay? It's legal. Alright, so it's a one-stop blockchain wealth management platform. You can leverage on the technology to earn more. You can use Academy to understand more on the new latest development in blockchain industry, understand about other cryptocurrency and the technology, and you also can travel, okay? Why? It's important because you earn so much. After earning so much money, what's the end result? You want to have a good lifestyle, isn't it? Yes or no? I don't know, but I know young people today like to go to travel. Because every time, any money that they earn, they will utilize all the money to go to travel. Okay? So they have more posts in Instagram. Okay? So a little bit about the background about this Exxa. Now, Exxa, we have a few shareholders in that. So basically, in Exxa, I'm going to show you who are behind Exxa, okay? The shareholders of Exxa. Now, there's a company called SQ2 FinTech. This company is the company helping out on the development of their technology behind it. It's called SQ2 FinTech. It's a Singaporean company. And we have, besides that, we have people like Danny inside. It's one of the shareholders inside. Danny has 20 over offices around the world. He's in global network marketing for quite some time, 30 over years. So he has the experience of building networks and building this what we call marketing around the world. Of course, we have also Frankie behind it. Now, Frankie is the CEO and chairman of BNF Group. BNF Group is a huge company which is involved in oil and gas, and also their supplies leaf to HDB flats in Singapore also. Okay, they have a lot of businesses. Right, not only in Singapore, Indonesia, Malaysia, and also Thailand. Okay, there's a huge group. Now, if you go and check on Exxa, this company, you will see another name is called Chia Meng or Michael Chia. Now, if you don't know about Michael Chia, you may know a company called UMW. Anyone know about UMW? UMW don't sell Toyota only. Okay, they have other businesses. Okay, so he's what they call a huge shareholder, like the founder. Founder is called Eric Chia of UMW. He's the son. Okay. Now we have Greg inside. Is one of the founders, one of the owner, and also the co-founder. So he is the founder of GAN TV. Okay, which helps to not only markets but also bring in Discovery Channel, ESPN, Hallmarks, all this in Asia Pacific region. Okay. So what we can see here is this company is properly registered, okay, properly registered in Singapore, not Malaysia, okay. You know the difference, huh? Okay. So it's properly registered in Singapore, so cannot play, okay. So these are the founders of Danny. You have seen Danny tonight. Choose Danny. We have Greg and also Francis. So Francis is one of the shareholders is SQ2. So he will be his COO in SQ2. So now in Exxa, he'll be taking part on all the technology developments. Okay. And not only that, we have partners. So iBanco is the founding partners for the ecosystem for Exxa platform. Because Exxa, they have the whole ecosystem. So iBanco is a founding partner for the whole ecosystem, providing different technologies into the ecosystem. So we have Casey. So I think some of you may know about Casey. So he's if you know about Robert Kiyosaki and you read his book Rich Dad Poor Dad, you may see his name in the acknowledgement page. Okay. So he's been in the industry for 20 over years in training industries on corporates, world, and giving advisory work. All right. And me myself as the co-founding partners, and we have Lin Chia as the system support, and also Ryan as the legal advisors. Okay, he's a lawyer giving out legal advice on the whole project. So what we can see here is the whole platform, the whole company is well structured and well registered. Everything is well organized. Okay, so you wouldn't have a doubt on who is the boss behind. Okay, it's a clear all those doubts. Okay, so now Exxa. How does the platform work and how is the technology? It's built based on blockchain 4.0. Now, what is blockchain 4.0? So a little bit about the technology background. Now, Exxa is built on Ores platform, which is developed by SQ2. Now, Ores platform is another type of blockchain which is developed to help out and increase the speed of tokens and cryptocurrencies in the market. Now, what we have today in the market is a lot of tokens or other cryptocurrencies is all the lot sizes are very huge. Hence, you need to spend more time, etc. But not all industries need a huge lot size. So, Ore is built up with a smaller lot size, so it can easily transfer and much more faster. Okay. So, first generation blockchain technology is like Bitcoin, okay? So you use proof of work, and the consensus banks is open source. But the problem, the cons is proof of work is very inefficient. Okay, you need a lot of energy, electricity, okay, to run proof of work, and transaction fee and time is very high. Okay, mining is very energy intensive and lack of transparency because they go anonymous, you won't know who holds it. Okay, that is the technology behind it. On the second generation of blockchain is by Ethereum, where because they see that blockchain is a very good, what they call a technology, but not all knows how to create it. That's why they come up with smart contracts. Building a platform, anyone who wants to create a token, they can come into the platform and create it. Okay, create their own tokens and the utility of it. That is second generation of Ethereum. The third generation, because is one of the example is EOS. Now, because of the first and second is yes, it's decentralized, but the speed will be slow, okay? But if you want to use it on payments or other usage, it may not be efficient. That's why they come up with, US come up with a third generation type of blockchain, which they have higher network speed, but the speed is very fast, but it's not decentralized, it's very centralized. Okay, it's very centralized. Okay, but the bad thing about it is the transaction fee is also higher. Okay, so we can see decentralized model and we see centralized model. So in the fourth generation, what we see today is not all industry would like decentralized. Some would like centralized, but some would like decentralized. So in the fourth generations, what we see today, incoming industry, incoming sectors, they will use a hybrid model. So hybrid model will be the solution today if blockchain technology will want to go for mass adoption. Because like banks, some sector they would want to centralize because some data they cannot give people. Okay? But some part they can decentralize, which means some data they can go public, letting out people to see. Alright? So hybrid is the way today. So already I'm going on hybrid. So they reduce the lot size so it can go faster. Okay, it's centralized. And they can use, because the lot size is smaller, it allows mobile phones to be a node, which means that you can use your phones to participate, to become nodes, and do confirmations, okay, of a transaction. So it moves faster, right? So because it's a centralized network, but they have what we call a socket model, where it can also work with traditional blockchain technology like Bitcoin, Ethereum, or others. Okay, which means that a socket you can plug in into there and then transform become other thing. Understand? So we can plug in into different type of blockchain. That is how it's worked on. So in the Exxa blockchain application, okay, Exxa reward platform is built on it, okay, and giving out targeting on 4 sectors: wealth, health, economy, and also lifestyle. So the features you can in this platform, you can store your cryptocurrencies, asset. You can support peer-to-peer transfer. They can do hot swap or atomic swap. They can have multiple products for members to participate. They have portfolio management, and also have applications reward program for the community. Okay. So what can you do in the platform? Now, a few features. First is a mobile wallet. Now today you may not want to hold one currency. You may want to hold different currency. Agree? So I believe people in here tonight, you will not hold ringgit only. Yes or no? Do you hold other currency? Correct? So if you want to hold other currency, you will need to open, if you don't want to have cash, you will need an account to have multiple currency accounts. Right? But not all banks, or don't say not all banks. To open a multi-currency account sometimes may be quite challenging or hassle, right? So the same goes to cryptocurrency. Now we have a lot of cryptocurrency in the market, so not all wallets support a lot of other currency. So today, if you want to hold different type of currency, you may want to hold different type of wallets. You need to have different type of wallets to hold it. So in here they have multi-currencies wallet, which means you can store different type of cryptocurrency in the wallet. You can store it there, you can receive, or you can use it to send. Alright? That's all. We have a P2P exchange. Now, this is supported by iBanco. Now, majority of the people in the world today are unable to get access to cryptocurrency. The main reason is they do not know how to use fiat currency to buy cryptocurrency. Agree? Yes, no. Right? A lot of people face this problem. I want to buy cryptocurrency, but no way to buy. Okay? And a lot of exchange with high wallets are just crypto to crypto, no crypto to fiat. Right? Not all places, unless it's like in the US, they have Coinbase. You can deal with fiat and crypto, but not all places have this ability. So a lot of people will go to P2P platforms, like Remitano, or go to local Bitcoins, etc. But the problem with this existing P2P in the market is there will always have a high spread, which means that exchange you're looking at, let's say 8,000, okay, 8,000 USD per Bitcoin, but you will never able to get as close as 8,000 USD per Bitcoin in P2P exchange. Why? Because the volume in P2P exchange is not as great as in the crypto exchange. Hence, the spread will always be higher. So you always buy at a higher rate. And another thing is P2P exchange, they charge higher. They charge about 1%. Okay, per transaction happens, per trading happens, 1%. So this is the things happening in P2P in the market today. So what we have is we have a P2P exchange, but a different type is we are a hybrid type of P2P, which means not only peer-to-peer, but we are also involved in it. Why? Because we have a bank-to-exchange arbitrage system. Our goal is to push down the spread. So if you want to buy, you can buy a rate which is very similar with the rate in exchange. Okay? So with this system, we can match out the buying and selling orders placed in the exchange. Right? Unless you place it very high. Okay? The price is very high, then we can't do that. But if it's very similar, we can help you to match it up easily. So how does it work? Now we have a lot of exchange in the market, but this exchange there are a lot of volumes, high volumes, but they don't deal with fiat. They only deal with crypto. So it's a crypto to crypto exchange platform, right? So what we have is we have access to all this exchange, and there will be buying and selling order coming out from our platforms. Okay, our exchange, our stock system, our P2P, our POS. There will be a buying and selling order coming out. Now our bank to exchange arbitrage system will track your, let's say, buying order, and they will match out with the best rate available in the exchange. Okay, that's how you match out your orders. Same goes to the selling order. It will automatically go and match out with the best rate. Okay, so first thing, you can offload easily. You can better liquidize your crypto to fiat. Okay. And the second part, we can bring down the spread because there are people selling at this price. Impossible to sell at higher price already. Okay? So a swap system also powered by Iron Hole. So what does a swap system work? Because not all people want to hold Bitcoin. You may want to hold EOS. Alright? Now in order to do that, you have to send your Bitcoin to an exchange. So one transaction fee involved. In an exchange, you need to register also. Okay? So registration needs to be done. And after that, you do a trade. So a trading fee will be involved again. Now, you wouldn't want to store your cryptocurrency in exchange. Yes or no? Why? Because in exchange, it's a centralized exchange. Why it's not good, it's not safe to hold your cryptocurrency all in exchange? Because every day there's a lot of hackers hacking exchange. Right? At Binance, every day a lot of people hacking them. Okay? So you will want to move your assets back into your wallet. So from exchange to move back to your wallet, another transaction fee involved. So you do see that not only transaction fee are involved, but also the hassle of sending it out, trade, and then moving back again. So in the swap system, allows you in this platform, you just place one Bitcoin, I want to change to EOS. You will automatically get the fixed price from there and quote you a price. Now one Bitcoin, you can exchange with, let's say, 100 EOS. Are you okay with that? You're okay, just click confirm, automatically they will swap into US. So you don't need to go through all this procedure. Right? That's all swap. Now on the utility part, that's the most important part. Why? Because after getting a token or holding a cryptocurrency, it's not just holding in the bank. If you hold in the bank, no use, right? In the end of the day, you still want to utilize, to use it. Okay? So we have POS terminal which can solve all this problem. So this is the first and only one next generation POS terminal with PCI and DSS compliance. We have compliance with that. Okay. So what we can do with it? So very simple. You can go to the machine. Any machines we have this machine, you can utilize your cryptocurrency through this machine. Now, first thing you need to know is POS. You will need. We have PCI and DS compliance, which is the same standard, security standard, which is required by Visa and Master. Okay? You can buy a very cheap POS from China, but without PCI DS, which means that you cannot run Visa Master. So this is with PCI and DS. Now, second thing is the POS. What we solve another problem is on the speed. Now, do you know? The main problem on Bitcoin today in the market is there's not enough at certain points. Great. You have Bitcoin, but no merchants want to accept your cryptocurrency because merchants don't know how to deal with cryptocurrency. Now, after I accept, how do I change to fiat? Now, if I hold in Bitcoin, if the price drops suddenly 10%, I lost money, right? Like today the price quite volatile, isn't it? In the morning looks very nice, right? 8,006. Now it's about 8,003, 8,004 somewhere there, which is about 200 USD. Okay, that's a risk. And because the price fluctuates every minute, every second, how are you going to do accounting works? Okay? When you sell already, then how do you track hold of the accounting works? So that's another problem. So we solve all these problems. So we allow users, merchants to hold this POS. What people can pay in crypto, and merchant receive in fiat currency. I sell $100, I get $100, right? They're paying in Bitcoin. Now, second, the speed reduced from 10 minutes like Bitcoin, 10 minutes we have reduced to 3 seconds. Okay? So all the accounting works, everything, there's a proper report. Okay? Everything done. So I'm going to show you a video here. Now this is no more a dream because this POS is already live. Okay? It's already happening in Europe. People already using it. Okay? There are merchants using this POS terminal. Okay? I'm going to show you. Okay, so you can see on the POS. Okay, if you see this, now this guy paid, so you just pump in the number, let's say €100, you just key in €100, click, let's say Bitcoin. You get a live bid price for the exchange. Come on, QR code. The person pay with Bitcoin. Scan the QR code. Now, this is any wallet, okay? No need to be our wallet. Now you calculate now. After you click confirm, how long does it take? 1, 2, 3, done. 3 seconds done. Now you use, observe this. You pay in which digital currency? Bitcoin, right? If you know about Bitcoin, one transaction takes 10 minutes. But these are done in 3 seconds. And he are using a random Bitcoin wallet, which means any wallet which holds Bitcoin, they can use. Now in the market, there's another POS terminal. They claim they can do the same thing, the speed can be very fast, but you will need to use their wallet. Okay? It's just like Maybank to Maybank, the internet transfer can go faster. Okay? But if other banks, Maybank to Public Bank or other banks, will take slower unless you go through a third party. Understand? So we don't recognize wallet, we just recognize cryptocurrency. Okay? You can use any wallet and still can be done in 3 seconds. Why? Because we have created another network which can sit on any blockchain network, reduce the time frame from 10 minutes to 3 seconds. Okay? And it's proven. So we are not only targeting in cryptocurrency. These POS terminals are built to also enable Visa Master to be accepted because we have PCI and DSS compliance, and we also can allow other payments like Alipay, WeChat Pay, GrabPay, and Boost Pay, etc. to be used in this terminal. Why? Because today in this era, we don't only use Visa Master because we have wallet system like GrabPay, etc. Right? And cryptocurrency. These are the main 3 types of payments today. So all can be done in one device. So merchants do not need to have a lot of QR code sticking at the counter. Okay? No need to have a lot of POS. Can be all be in one. So what we can do in here is we can also the whole POS. This is in our roadmap. We can integrate with Exxa and allow people to participate into here. Okay, so you do not need to buy the whole machine. With a switch of button to participate, to become a merchant, you can activate these POS functions and allow your phone, turn your phone into a POS terminal. Right? So this will become a built-in POS, or your phone will become a built-in POS. your phone can start to accept crypto payments. Okay, you can accept people pay you, and then you can receive the fiat currency, and also turn your phone into like an ATM. Okay, why? Because people can go to you and ask you, I want to buy, I want to sell. You can do both ways. And you can provide foreign remittance services also through this application. Okay, so you can be legally become a money changer already. Okay, just with your phone. Okay, just with your phone. Okay, this is the second part. Next on the utility is you can also utilize Exxa rewards tokens for booking plane tickets, train tickets, car rental, hotels, etc. And this through this bookings travel agency, you can get a better rate than you get from Agoda or Bookings.com. Okay, you can utilize it. And another part is on academy. Now we need to have education that you can know and get up to date on the latest development in blockchain industry and so on, isn't it? So in Exxa Academy, you can utilize your tokens, or some are free, some you can pay subscription fee, minimum subscription fee. You can go in there and learn. Okay. Now they have live events, they have webcasts and mobile learning all available. Not only on Exxa's program and so on, they have other things as well. Now, live events, there will be live events every one in a quarter. So you can go and join these live events and not only meet more people in the industries and also learn more things. Okay. So you can utilize the reward tokens of it. So the next live event will be in Danang, okay? February, okay? In Danang, Vietnam, okay? And every quarter there will be one live event. May will be in Istanbul, Dubai will be August will be in Dubai, November in Mexico City. So you can use your token, reward token, and then go to buy these live event packages. Which means if you earn your reward token, you get free travel. Okay? Free travel. Now they also have Exxa weekly live webcasts covering all those updates, developments weekly. Okay? So you can go live and watch on the developments. And this is a video-based presentation with live chat group for answering questions. So they will start with English and slowly we'll go into English and Mandarin and others language coming up. Another one is mobile learning. Now, you may not only want to know about cryptocurrency, you want to know about other things also. It's also available in here. Okay, so in mobile learning, they have free videos, they have short videos, they have longer videos that you can work on. So you don't need to go out to join seminars and so on. You can just do it all in your phone. So this is how the platform looks like, the mobile. Okay, how it will look like. And as for today, we have about 500 over learning videos available in it. So if you want to watch different type of video on development and so on, can be seen here also. You can be in personal developments, can be in what we call on online learning. It can be on let's say in finance, it can be in property, it can be in health, etc. You can go in there and subscribe and learn. Okay, so these are all the features and utility that you can use. So how do you earn the rewards? All these parts you can earn, use the reward tokens to spend on this activity. So how do you earn the rewards token? By leveraging on the blockchain technology they provide. Okay, what is that? It's called Devo. Now, what is Devo? Devo is an AI trading board. Okay, an AI trading board. Not only we see today a lot of trading boards happening in the world, but an AI trading boards that can learn, not just execute, just help you trade, but they will learn and check on the trends, how does it move, the volumes, etc. Then execute the trade. So they have a TransferFlow AI engine. So it will always analyze the rates in transaction price and also volumes. Okay, in various crypto assets pairing. Okay. Not only that, the bots will also deploy multiple types of technical indicators, okay, to learn like EMAs, MACDs, RSI, trend lines, the Bollinger Bands, volume trading, etc. Through all this, analyze, only then they will execute. Okay, give out signal, execute it, then you will place a trading order. Right? From there, automated, you earn the earnings. Okay. So data demonstrate about money performance 5 to 6. This is conservative. Actually, it can go more than that. It can go more than 10%. So in short, how does it work? Very simple. We do a very simple summarize on it. You place your digital asset like Bitcoin, Ethereum, etc. in the Exxa wallet. Okay, you send it into, place it there, and send your digital currency to participate into Devo. Okay, now this bot will start to help you to do tradings, and do tradings. They will have profit, right? This profit will put into reserve pool, and reserve pool will issue you out earnings in Exxa reward token. Okay, you'll be given reward token, Exxa reward token. Now you hold it. So how can you do with this token? As mentioned on the utility and the features, you can go to the academy, you can go travel or the POS. You can spend it there. Okay. Now if you do not want to spend with the Exxa token, you can also immediately convert it into Ethereum if you don't want to hold Exxa reward token. Okay. Now, when you spend on this platform, there are some more profits. It will generate and accumulate in the reserve pool. So once reserve pool have higher amount of reserve, then the token price will increase gradually. Right? So this is how it works. So this is one of the trading accounts in Binance. Binance is the world's largest crypto exchange in the world. This is one of the accounts that shows 400 over BTC now for more. This is one of the accounts. This is open at the end of August. Okay. The stats at the end of August. And this is the trade. VIP3 now, I believe it's more than that already. Okay. In August already, because before launching, they already tested. They pump in money, put in there, let the trading bots test. Understand? A lot of platform is ask you for money, then test the bots. Okay, if you bought haywire, then understand. So this one, they test the bot first, they have the results. Okay, then they open it up for people to participate. So these are the transactions happening. So whenever there's a trading signal, it will execute. The exchange will pick up this signal, execute, and perform the transaction, the trading. So this is happening every minute, every second. Whenever they pick up trading signals, it will automatically execute. Okay, so you see this buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. Okay, how do you participate in Devo? You can participate in and earn rewards. Rewards are from 3 to 15%. It can be higher. Okay, 3 to 15%. Okay. So let's say if you just put your digital assets there, participate into Devo, okay? You get about 3 to 6%. Okay, you don't do anything, you just participate. 3 to 6%. But if 3%, if someone can give you 3% per month, is it good enough? Good enough, at least, okay? It's very good already. But if you say, I want more, how? You can do referral, okay? You can refer your friend. You think this is good, you can refer your friend. And your rewards will be increased from 3 to 6 to 6 to 12%. Okay, Willie later will share you. It has a magic formula how to help you to increase it. Okay, and if you think that raffle is good and this thing is good, I want to spread out more and I want to build community. Okay, build groups. Why? It's the same in any crypto. When they first launch, they always go to different countries to build a community. You don't believe, you can check Dash or Ethereum or Bitcoin. They have their own community. So if you want to help to build this community, because this thing is a community-based project, so you need to build community. As we mentioned earlier, digital asset is people's money. Understand? More people involved, the higher demand goes. So if you want to build up this community, take the lead. Okay, you participate, you do referral and you help to build community, build up groups, your return may go up from 10 to 15%. They will have extra percentage commission giving back to you. Okay? So it varies. So how do you participate into this and get referral and community rewards? It's very simple. Participation in Devo is as low as just a 300 USD. Okay, with a 300 USD is a very low entry. Anyone can participate in and earn 3 to 15%. Okay, you have the potential to earn 3 to 15%. Right? Alright, so how do you earn to maximize? I talk about the personal participation. It's very simple. You just place there. Now, how can I leverage and get more through referral? Okay, they have a referral program. It's a referral system which is very, very simple. And if you refer, you get referral rewards. If you build community, they have a community rewards. Okay, so I explain to you on the referral rewards. Okay, now if you refer one person, okay, if you refer a friend, that friend will be your level 1. Level 1, very simple. Okay, now, so if your friend, let's say, got rewarded 100 USD that particular month, okay, because that is your direct referral, is your level 1, you will earn also 100 USD. Good or not? Good or not? Don't have money, find people who is rich, I just put more, you can earn more already. Okay, so you can earn as same as them. Now, if your friend go out to also refer another person, okay, that person will be your level 2. So if let's say he earned $100, you earn 50% of it, which is $50. Okay. Now if that level 2 go and refer another friend, that is your level 3. Okay. So level 3 start on level 3 to level 21, you will earn 5% of the reward. $100 you will earn $5 up to 21. Now, how can you qualify to earn up to 21 levels? It's very simple. You refer one person, you unlock the first level. Refer 2 person, direct 2 person, unlock 2 levels. If you want to earn 3 levels, you need to refer how many people? 3 long. Okay, 4 levels, 4 directs. Okay. Now, if you refer 15 person, direct refer 15%, you earn how many levels? 15. Okay, 15 levels. If you refer 16%, direct refers 16%, you earn not 16 but 21. Okay? So if you refer 16 direct, it will unlock the remaining. Okay? Remaining up to 21. Understand this part? This is the referral rewards. Now the second part is called community rewards, right? Build up community rewards. So they have a ranking system, okay? A ranking system. They call X1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? This part is very simple. Now, if you have built up groups under you, you have at least 3. Remember, 3 direct referrals. You have 3 direct referrals, and these 3 direct referrals total accumulated sales. Okay? Total accumulated sales in which means the participation in devote achieve 200,000 USD. Okay? You will move up the rank to X1. So what's the benefit of X1? X1 will give you additional 5% of their rewards, which means the first level is 100%, right? It becomes 105. Okay? And not only your 21 level, you will get extra 5%. After 21%, it will give you another 5%, all the way down until infinity, until you hit another X1, a same rank with you. Then you stop there. Understand what I mean? Okay. Now, if you want to go X2, 3 of your directs, or from the 3 legs, there must be at least each leg you have 1 X1. So they go up, promote X1, 3 X1, you get promoted to X2. Understand? And 5% will increase to 10%. Okay? It will hit until another X1. Okay? X1 you will get, there's a breakaway now. It's not saying 5%. If you hit the X2, it's ends there already. Understand? 3x2, if they move up rank x2, you become x3. 3x3, you become x4. 3x4, you become x5. x5, you can get up to 25%. Alright? Understand this part? So the plan is very, very simple. Okay? The plan is very simple. These are two referral rewards they have. One is referral, another one is community rewards. So I will show you this. The Kickstart event happens in 29 September. Okay, 29 September in Singapore. This was the event. At first, they only targeted 300 people to attend the event, but in the end, there were about 600 attendants. Okay, 600 attendants. People from Vietnam, Thailand, Malaysia, Singapore, Austria, Germany, Russia, Mexico, okay, USA. Africa, Poland, okay, all around the world. There's people around the world joining this event. Now, 29 was kicked off, but the app itself was launched in Google Play Store, and also Apple App Store, iOS App Store, on 19th of September. So 19th of September to 29th September is only how many days? 10 days, right? 10 days, you see already have 600 attendants. And based on the record, the centers on 10 days, they already have 10 days only launch, they have 15,000 downloads. Imagine this, 10 days already 15,000 downloads. And there's one time, they told me that they achieved a time that every day they have at least about 6,000 downloads. Alright, the constant times. Okay, so it was moving very, very fast. Okay? So, coming events in, they will have national events that will be in Majestic Hotel, KL. So there's a changes on the date. We are still confirming the dates, but it will be in Malaysia. Okay. So everyone in Malaysia can go and join and have a look on the project. Okay. So the exciting future lies ahead on who sees the opportunity, and we invite you all to join the movement because this is a start where it's a platform where you can leverage on all this technology, blockchain technology, and at the same time still holds your digital currency. And you can hold lots of new technology in surrounding the ecosystem that you can utilize. Alright, so that's all of my explanation on this Exxa. Now I'm going to move and pass this mic to Willie. Willie, can we give him a round of applause? And some secrets to share with you.
Okay, so basically I just want to summarize a bit of what Jason has presented. Okay, now in case you're not aware, iBanco started very much from Kuching, okay? So Jason has been showing iBanco to not just some of you, in fact, to many of our community. Now, on September 31st, iBanco went global. Can you imagine? You understand? On September 31st, 29th, sorry. On September 29th, in the Singapore event, iBanco was disclosed and announced to the whole world. Everybody came to the event, was impressed. Everybody loved the iBanco features and capabilities, right? So, in case you don't know, right? So, this is the time of the digital world. It was only one event, the whole world knows about iBanco. And you can Google, you can find plenty of material about iBanco. Alright, and Jason, quite many of these are already live, right? Some of the features. Okay, in case you don't know, please ask Jason. Right, so basically, Exxa is earning daily rewards. So iBanco is supporting this one-stop blockchain wealth management platform. To a very quite some extent, it's supported by Ivan. So, just now Jason has talked a lot about Exxa and Ivanco. Just to remember, store your digital currency, store your mainstream crypto, you earn daily return 3 to 15%. Actually, it's more than that. Okay, it's talking about if you store and do nothing. Okay, and then you spend. Okay. Now, why you need to join Exxa? I just make a simple summary about why you need to join Exxa. Why Exxa? Okay? So I summarize the whole thing. Why? Because first, the owners are real person. How many times you see the owners are real person? How many times? This may be the first time. Okay? Who are the real person? All these are the real person. Okay? Just now Jason has explained. Lenny, Grant, Francis, Casey, Jason, right? Some of the people you know. So these are the real people. There's no other people behind it, other than myself maybe. But anyway, there are no other people behind. So we have legal team, we have technical team. So these are all the people that you can see, you can talk to, you can communicate. And so this is very important. This is called full transparency. Full transparency is not just about trading, show you some robot trading, show you some screen and say this is transparent. Right? Anybody can show you a screen and say this is transparent. That is not enough. Right? Correct now?
Yes.
Right? Because that screen, we also don't understand sometimes, right? But the people, when you talk to, you know these are real people. They are in traditional businesses. They have been doing real business, genuine business for the entire life. And these are the people who want to do the real business. Okay? So it's very important. Company founders and the management team are real. Many companies cannot show you management people and the owners, founders team. Okay, so this is very important. Right? So the portfolio of owners and founder teams are very important. Okay, each of these are prominent businessmen and they have decades of very high reputable experience and reputations. Okay, and then the company are real. The company is real. Company registered in Singapore, as Jason said, maybe in Malaysia also quite good. Singapore much better, right? So Singapore has one of the tightest and strictest legal system in the world. The company registered in Singapore, prominent people, prominent businessmen, whatever to play any fool, right? Okay, so that across Singapore, you can check who is owning this company. It's very, very important. And of course, the license and compliance. This is one of the very few companies. When they first started, they say, we want to be compliance, we want to have license. And this is the license, okay? So company is having license to operate crypto fiat business activity, okay? And proven recurring income. Just now Jason has explained about the Evo Plus. It is a system that's tested for 9 months before it is launching, okay? And also, the exciting technology and business verticals. So just now I show you all these businesses and technology that is able to make not only the utility but the income. Okay, so now people like to see how the company make profit. How are they able to pay out? Okay, so it is because of that technology and businesses that is plugged into the system. Okay, so the multiple wallet compatible POS system, swap, P2P exchange, and many others that has explained earlier, and also the businesses such as travel, health, lifestyle products and services, education, academy, and so on. More. This is the only system that can start a business with $300 US. Right? If you understand what this means, it means a lot. You start with $300 US, you do business. Okay? And the reward, Exxa reward starting from 10 cents. Which means very good. 10 cents. What will become 11 cents? 10% up, right? So it's very good to us. Okay? And the income that I explained earlier, if you do nothing, if you just open one account, it was 3 to 6%. Usually about maybe 4.5 to near 6%, sometimes 5.5. Okay? If you open one account and then do nothing. If you sponsor yourself and open a few more accounts, it's going to be 6 to 10%. Just open a few more. Our friend here just now open 7 accounts. You're going to make about 15%. Okay? Mr. Nicholas, huh? Right? If you do marketing, there is no limit, huh? If you do marketing. So there is no special magic actually. Huh? Simple as this. You open one account, you sponsor yourself, 2, 3, 4. One more here. That's enough. If you like, you add 2 more. Okay. All these small lines are the 300s that you need to have if you want to do marketing. If not, that's enough for you to get about 15% monthly. Right? So these small 300 accounts can be yourself, can be a downline. Now, if you're really serious to do business, grow the 3 lines. Okay? A lot of people confused with the wallet. The wallet is very simple. It is the best wallet that we ever seen. Very, very clear, very straightforward. There are only a few things for you to click there. You can play around with it. Very easy to read. But in case you don't know, first you download. Okay, just go to the link and download. Get the referral and create accounts. Okay, these are the stages. Go to your wallet, you must open up your wallet so the Exxa rewards can come in, the Ethereum can come in, and the Bitcoin can come in. You must open up. Do the funding. In case you use USDT, you see here. Then put a bit of Ethereum inside, a little bit, very small, 0.00 something, 0.05, 0.01 is enough. Okay? And then you submit to Dealer Plus, and then you can get your daily rewards after 2 days, roughly. Okay? Between somewhere between 48 to maybe 50 hours, depends on when do you submit. Okay? And then you can send your referral for your marketing. Then you can start withdrawing because you get your daily return. Right? So this is one of the very successful accounts. Like it. Now this account started with less than 1,000 in less than a month. This is the profit. It's only I think what, how long? 2 weeks plus? Yeah, this is only about 2 weeks plus. And then the income is already surpassed the original investment. Okay? It's a good example. So, to do marketing, you can make a lot more margin because you can make infinity level of 5%, 10%, 15, 20, 25 if you start reaching these positions S1, S2, S3, S4, S5. Okay? Quite easy to understand, right? Once you got 200,000, you get S1. You got 3 S1, you get S2. 3 S2, you get S3, 3 S3, you get S4, S5. Okay? Quite simple. Now, in your wallet, this is the real wallet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, this guy happen to have H1 position. So, you get your personal reward. This personal reward. Okay. So his investment is very small. His personal reward is 13 as a reward every day. 13 meaning $1.30 of USD a day. Okay? But it has many rewards. Referral rewards 1. Okay? It is making 100% on the level 1 that he has. Okay? Referral rewards 2. It has 50% on the next level, level 2. Okay? And the rest of the level that is making 5% is referral reward 3. Right? And then when it becomes S1, it has community reward, which is infinity level. Okay? So this is where you should target. Right? S1, S2, S3, S4. In fact, when you are S2 and S3, you are making very good income daily. Okay? So, in this very short time, as what Jason explained, we are everywhere. I don't know how many countries, in many Europe nations, Southeast Asia, Asia, African countries. So it's growing very, very fast. But the idea is to do global business. If you know somebody, you reach out, you can grow a big market out there. Right? So I started in Kuching. Instead of taking the Kuching market, I'm mostly doing international. Right? And these are my current community overseas. Right? Okay? So actually, my summary is to tell you what are the reasons why we should go Exxa, and then where should we target, and how to make good daily income for a company that can last very long. Okay? Right. And there will be an exclusive talk on Sunday night to somebody who are not able to make it tonight. Any of you, if you want to bring your friends, you want to join again, we'll do it to a very small group on Sunday night. Okay? Just let me know. Okay? Right?